Internet! Is that you? I thought I heard you knocking. It sounded like prejudice. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Welcome, after that wonderful hello, to more Phoenix Wright, possibly the final episode of Justice for All. I imagine I got maybe 2, possibly 1. It's either 1 or 2. I can't imagine it goes for much longer after this, or I've got that much left in me. You'll forgive me if I'm a bit out of it today. I cut myself when I got home, like making a sandwich, and it was not a pleasant, nice little nick on the finger. It was a pretty substantial gash. So, yeah, give me a break if I seem out of it. Ahem. That said, I'll still try and do the voices. Ahem. Mystic Maya! What am I on about? I cut my hand open making food earlier today. And by earlier today, I mean like 2 hours ago. So, just bear with me if I seem out of it. I've bandaged it up. I've taken, antibiotic. Well, I put antibiotic cream on it, etc. But yeah, it's, you can see a band-aid on my finger there. Bled quite a bit. Not to get too graphic, but there's a literal bag of blood in my trash. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Wah! Look, it'll be all right. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. I mean, there was the whole drive back where he could have hurt Maya, from the court to here. And I say drive, the walk back because Phoenix is poor. And he wouldn't, because Mr. On Guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. But also, hey Arg, what's going on? Hopefully you're not grievously injured. Cheer up, we don't have to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya's in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So, I live here now, pal. Hey, shit happens. Happened to me once or twice. Hands cut like they are nasty. Yeah. Right along the finger. Felt like an idiot. Well, felt a lot of pain and then felt like an idiot. Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. I forgot she called him that. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. Well, see ya. Nah. What up, Gumshoe? So what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Gumshoe, I can't afford to feed Maya, alright? She's literally eating me out of house and home. There is no way I can keep you on full time. Cut your hand? Well, finger, but yes. It would have bled a lot. There's a lot of blood circulation there. Yeah, again, there's literally a bag of blood sitting in my trash can. It is, it's a bit grim, actually. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals. Are you? That would have required you to eat at some point in your life. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who eat cheap, unhealthy food? Phoenix, you're 20. That's the way it is. That was the first time I'd ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. He can't afford to feed Maya. Just Maya can't afford to feed himself. But he's legally required to. No, see, he can't afford to feed himself. Maya, however, eats enough for like 12 elephants. And it's all burgers. you could give her a salad, and if you turn around, suddenly that salad is on a bun and meat and cheese. And it's like, how did you do that? And she's just like, what? It's a burger. I always have it. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself in-game. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth, finally. The truth? Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if it was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony. There was a lot strange in her testimony, actually. But I think there was something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to, no, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. On Guard? I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Yeah, why does she want to frame Matt so badly? Instant ramen's awesome. Yeah, but to call it your best dish is a little bit... I find that to be, well, sad, frankly. Or that's what Edgeworth would have us believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Francesca von Karma. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? I'm a nerd. What? What the fuck? How dare you? Outrageous. A slanderous lie. That's all that is. Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to trial by a pistol, pal. Oh. You know, in my head it was like a rooftop sniper, so that's, I mean, better, I guess. It's not great. What is why I have to frame Matt so hard? Yeah, I have no idea. Seemed awful determined to frame the guy that, like, is responsible for her having a job. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edra said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. Alright, well. Worse places to be shot, I suppose. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you gonna visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've got actual heart, don't you? What do you mean? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to trial today. Meowdy, shut the fuck up. Spaghetti for dinner. I don't like this. Don't like this cat cowboy slander that's going on. Who the hell came up with that? So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh, yeah. Dahoti Quinnick. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. I think it probably could, actually. Now that you mention it. Hey, it's wilting a whittle. Oh, I'll give it some delicious water, pal. Ah, Gumshoe. He's our maid now. What do you mean, wait? It's okay. I already did that. That said, yeah, Francisca at the Hody Clinic. Boy, that director, quote-unquote, is either going to be super into that, or he is, not going to be pleased. We can all can it with the meowdies. What the hell's wrong with you people? Slightly excited for your DRS appointment tomorrow. Had a terrible migraine yesterday. Can't wait to complain. He's wrong about my brain. Great. Super look forward to that. Shut up about the meowdies! Barbara's way too stubborn to die even if she got shot in the head. I mean, it depends, I suppose. A 22 round, maybe. 50 cal to the head, probably not. That'd be a lot of stubborn. I'm gonna ban Meowdy, alright? That word's gonna get blocked by Automod. I'm gonna find a way. Quiet, all of you. Ah, you're worse than my wife. Who is at work currently, so no trying to summon her. The watering can. Where are you, Mr. Watering Can? Do you just call the watering can Mr.? Oh, boy. Alright, I guess we could go to the Hody Clinic. I do want to hit the, well, I mean, first of all, gotta hit this so we can listen to the chief and the one guy in the corner. How am I doing? Well, cut my hand open today, but otherwise doing alright. Cooking is a stretch. I was making a sandwich. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass the victims list around. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people here. Mr. Nick? Is Mr. On Guard really that big bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Yeah, I would imagine. 100 people seems a bit steep. Can we do ground truth from the kitchen? Look, my hand slipped and I cut my finger open with a bread knife, alright? It's not that big of a deal. This must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Very well now. Why do you want to work for our company? Well, that would have to be because I feel like I would help this company grow. That wasn't funny at all. He must be doing image training for corporate interviews. Oh, maybe he's trying to find a new job. Might be chief of detectives. He's glued to the computer screen. What? Prosecutor Von Karma shot in front of the... Wow, in front of the courthouse? Ballsy. Who did it? Who shot her? I have a sneaking suspicion that even Gumshoe could do this guy's job. He is a little late to the party on that bit of news, isn't he? Is that technically cooking? I suppose so. Didn't you also catch a sink on fire twice? One time! The other time was a Photoshop. It was a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. I lit the sink on fire in Photoshop, and then I accidentally did it in real life. So, you know, it was a whole thing, but... You know, from what the guard told me, it sounds like, along with Mr. On Guard, Miss Andrews is being detained here. Then we should talk with them since we're here. Yeah, but both of them are still in questioning. Wow. Better head to the clinic, then. Hey, a gummy. Can't do much in the way of keeping him out of the kitchen. No, you can't! In fact, there's going to be a channel point redemption where I go to the kitchen and just do things. And if you see me alive again, you'll know you got lucky. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Oh, this fucking guy again. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Wait a second, you're... yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. We can't Bakaida can, not while she's at work. Director Hottie! Oh, what the fuck? Why are you here? Why do you know him? Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director, Francesca. How is Francesca von Karma? She's at work and probably won't. I'm gonna cook food for chat. Well, that's what the Cooking Mama stream's all about, right? I get to show off all of my excellent cooking skills that I definitely have. You don't need to worry, yes, she's in good hands. On the DS. For some reason, people wanted the DS version of Cooking Mama, not the Wii version, which I thought was weird. Why the DS one, specifically? Those who give a shit or know the difference between the two. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. Does Edgeworth really think this guy's qualified to be a medical professional? She looked so pitiful, absolutely tired, yes. I'm self-sufficient. Quiet, you. House is toasty warm. Ah, brag about it. I understand, yes, her opponent was a gun after all. He's talking like 7'9". Oh yeah, she went out into a fight, and her opponent was a gun. And when I snuck up on her real secret like, she would scream real loud, yes. I see. Ah, but she's very cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it. Huh. You've recovered well. Get back to your room. You're so mean, my frisky friska. But that's... Yes, it's time for my IV drops. Yes. Boy, this dude's... Hopefully not in this dude's capable hands. I wouldn't describe them as capable. Knowing Von Karma, this dude would probably be dead from all the whipping if he tried something too fishy. I would hope so. Aw, I brought her flowers. That's sweet. And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Erg, I knew I shouldn't have come here. Can I present the tulips? No. Well, more the shot. I have a shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. Yeah, in America, apparently. Maybe not, you know, in Germany so much. Oh, Anthony wants to be a bus driver like his dad. Oh, that is cute. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He's so unyielding, one has to wonder if he's simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. Yeah, I mean, steal the case or no, Francesco. What the hell was the point of that deal? You were really confident you could prove Matt guilty without her, you know, disclosing what she was doing. The trial was always going to go down that road, whether it was you or Edgeworth leading the charge. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof I made such a deal? Well, she told me. You're denying it. Looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. Sure it will. Miss my friends, glad Phoenix Wright's almost over. Yeah, we are in the final half of the last case. Wheel day? Maybe. Maybe. It depends how much is left in, we have one more day of investigating and one more day in trial. Could be a wheel day. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem. Whether she tampers this evidence or not, I have only one objective, to find Ungard guilty of murder. The ends justify the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The ends justify the means. Miss Von Karma! I'm surprised at you. Humph! Throws the flowers at her. Adorable, sure, but hopefully he'll find a much better job. Well, I wouldn't say better. Hopefully he's, you know, an incredibly well-paid at whatever it is he wants to do. Hey, if you're happy at work, then what is better but relative at that point? Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what happens, then Ungard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Also, that's a terrible impersonation. I don't sound a thing like that. Because she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. Wow. Harsh. But you had to know she was... Ow! I think visiting hours are about over. So if you'll excuse me... I'm glad you get better in the next game. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Well, good pay wouldn't hurt. Passion alone would feed... Well... Suppose so. Hey, listen, as long as he's being paid a livable wage, the man can do what he wants when he's, you know, at that point. He wants to do great things in life. He also mentioned he wants to be a police officer and an astronaut. Wow! A space cop? Yo. It's gonna be a sought-after profession when we finally get to space. Space cops. Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Guess I'll talk to you now. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. Isn't that what they say at the first, like, No More Heroes? You're going to fight the guy, and she calls you up on the cell phone, gives you a speech, and it's like, enter the garden of judgment or something. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. I guess. By the way, Edgeworth. Possibly. It's the Garden of something. I think it's Judgment. It might have also been Madness, now I think about it. Garden of Madness, Garden of Judgment. It's something. Garden of Chaos. By the way, Edgeworth. You're really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Tim's company does pay a living wage if you're single or have no kids. Hey, you know, that sounds like it's a solid job to do if you're, you know, right out of college or high school or something. And it's like, get money, you know, save up, nice bachelor pad, move on to better things. Bigger things, better things. Again, better's entirely relative. Witness that card. Give it to me. Hurry. Do you have any idea what you've stupidly and inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card? What in the world is it? You mean this? Well, yeah, duh. Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. Maybe we shouldn't discuss it here, then. A special investigation team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. Oh, it's Miss Andrews. Wow. That was easy. Should have come to me first. A man called Shelley the Killer. It's a little on the nose, isn't it? It's a shell, and he's an assassin. His calling card's a seashell. It's a bit literal. I'm gonna assume that's, you know, a nom de plume and not his actual name. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin? It was placed next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews carrying it. Oh, so what's his name was killed by an assassin and not Matt. All right, that's easy. Not guilty. So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Yep, nom de plume. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago. Oh! Is he in the Great Ace Attorney? The one that takes place in the past? I don't know, maybe. I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir of the De Killer name. So he became a professional... So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. It really sounds like he murdered our guy, and not Matt. Why would he do something like that? We think it's part of his duty to his clients. His duty? Heh, duty. If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed them. What, not just, you know, they had a heart attack after they hired the assassin? Golly, I would think if I hired an assassin to kill a man and a week later the man ended up dead, maybe, just maybe, the assassin did his job. Never mind if your brain worked properly. Sadness, well, ain't that the truth. Make do, though. That's, you know what? The uncrushable spirit of Ellie. It's very admirable. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients, and yet here they are, having charges pushed onto him. Assuming Matt, you know, hired him. I don't actually know. I see. The Killer values his trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. I've played Hitman, Agent 47. So, you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of this card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Alright, so Matt's not guilty then. Shelley the Killer, huh? Always positive, rarely rich. Well, that's just the world, Ellie, unfortunately. I noticed something at the trial today. You are behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. Probably would have just found the bitch guilty then. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Well, that would be great. If you could. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth! I don't need your pity! Slaps him. Mr. Nick! There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Our top story tonight, 300,000 burgers have been ordered and delivered to this warehouse downtown. She could be anywhere, Edgeworth. Still not counting on Tim getting rich because of the military, but enough to get out of poverty would be darn cool. That would be darn cool. And hey, you know what? Take him for as much as you can. Bleed those boys dry. As someone who's currently well, not currently bleeding, I'm patched up, but who was until recently bleeding dry, bleed him dry. Right, listen, you need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelly the Killer. Oh. Alright, so Matt didn't do it, and we can just get an acquittal by saying Shelly the Killer killed him. Then Matt's found not guilty. Maya goes free. Everyone wins, right? Because that's the truth. And the climb to order the job is Matt on guard. Ah. Well, that does complicate it just a hair. Now, I admit conspiracy to commit murder is definitely not the same crime as murder. But it does seem like this is, we want Matt found not guilty and then immediately turned around and tried for another crime. The killer. Yeah, it's a bit on the nose. Please stop. I can't listen to you. Slap him again. I can't believe that. Trying to talk about it a lot. Positive stream. No, by all means. Hey, listen. You talking about how, we're going to bleed him dry and get rich, hopefully one day, maybe in-game? By all means, go for it. That's positive talk as far as I'm concerned. Wishful thinking. Don't bank on it or anything. But, it's nice to dream. Nice to imagine. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you, the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Oh. Alright. Nice. In any case, I must tend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. So, how come Edgeworth is in charge of, a SWAT team to rescue hostages from assassins? Why does the prosecutor have that power and responsibility? Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. On Guard hired an assassin? No way! I mean, he doesn't have a sight clock. Yeah, I guess not. Maya, please, all I ask is you make it home safe and sound. Meanwhile... Heh, I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Shut the fuck up! You're worse than my chat. Outrageous. It's nice to dream, we aren't on this... we aren't on the street and we make do. But yeah, kids aren't getting a new Xbox, PlayStation every Christmas, but they seem happy. Well... I'm thriving and blessed to be able to pay my bills regardless of it. Let me use this broke. Silver linings, Ella. You are an incredibly strong and admirable woman for being able to continue smiling and laughing and joking in the face of your situation. It is extremely admirable, and I envy you for it. But anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Nathan, however, can shut the fuck up. Also, Ellie, I take it back. You're a menace. How dare you? Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. No idea where we're going. What the fuck? Is that a picture of Mia? Why is there a picture of Mia on the table, if that is what that is? There's also a satellite dish indoors. I'm not sure how much that helps. I have a feeling I'm not at the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should look around for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Yeah, I mean, this is a weird room. For a lot of reasons. Dying of laughter. I love you too. Yeah, I love you too. It's so dark in here, I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this? It's not that dark in here. Oh, it's not Mia. That's, isn't that Celeste? There's a framed picture sitting on the coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste. Bet this could be a clue. Interesting. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear? Aw, how cute. It's got a lot of cuts and stitches and slits on it. Telling me. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Appears to be a doggy door. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Curse you, burgers! Quick, email for help. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. Damn it! I have no idea where the power on the switch on this thing is. Drat! There goes my plan to use this to somehow get out of here. What's this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this? A VCR? God, it's like I'm in 2003. Sure, a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? Well, gee, who could this be? Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Ah! Oh, God. The red lighting is not doing you any favors, champ. The weird stitch in the middle of your face, the monocle, the red lighting, looking like Daredevil over here. Outrageous. Your antenna in the same room as my prisoners. It makes sense. Well, one room away from the prisoner, please. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean? Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. I believe you described yourself as a butler or some such. Hotel bellboy, maybe? I don't remember. No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! Meanwhile, back at the clinic. Mr. Nick. Huh? Oh, yeah, pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about my situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. On Guard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. All right, let's get going. Okay. Breezy outside. Nice. I like a good breeze. Did I gain anything? Hold on. Court record. Oh, yeah, I got that. Detention center. Got some questions to answer there, Matt. And I guess Andrews as well, if you happen to be in the neighborhood. I'm sorry, visiting hours are over for today. Aw. Arg. I have too many questions I need to ask. Shouldn't, as his lawyer, surely I should be allowed to visit beyond visiting hours. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for the... you're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. And there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt on Guard. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shoe. Oh. Shoe? Why Shoe? I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Bellboy and the assassin are the same person? I believe so. That was the bellboy that called my OA, I believe. Some great names in this game. Yeah, Shoe the cat. This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. Phoenix, of all the things he could have left you a message about, that's pretty innocuous, all things considered. Please feed my cat, Shoe. My house is a little ways down from the hotel. Client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on the cat. Feed the cat. I'm gonna go feed the cat. Jeez. From the hotel, so... head to the lobby. Get yelled at out here, I'm sure. Probably by Old Bag. All right, now, Mr. Nick. Let's look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. Just gonna assume. You shall not pass! Miss Oldbag, don't devalue my name and turn it into a gaspy, spiky-haired... pettifogger? What? The fuck does that mean? Am I having a stroke? What's a pettifogger? Is it a slur? Am I about to be canceled? Oh, no. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised.
But I really want him so much more valuable. I wanted Boo's heart. I want it all for me. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside this old bag. Arrgh.
What's a pettifogger? What? Miss Oldbag.
Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air's getting in and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Huh! Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. Well, I'm just trying to get to the living... Yeah, okay. Matt's place. Deal with you in a minute. Sure is dark. Google says... Oh, hey, Noki. Always chiming in when there's an incredibly pertinent question. Google says pettifogger is an archaic term meaning inferior legal practitioner, especially one who deals with petty cases or employs dubious practices. Wow. What an extremely appropriate and specific term for the situation. Huh. I'll be damned. Nathan, shut up. Noki already covered it. Always late to the punch, that Nathan. For shame. I'll go turn on a light. That strikes me as a touch dangerous there, Matt. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Yo, Ellie, when you get your government settlement, motorcycle attached to the roof, right? Step 1, string it up. Nice bright red number with flames on it. Dangling precariously over the furniture. It's exactly your plan, right? Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoo the kitty cat. Shoo! The music. Aw, look at that JPEG. So I guess this is Shoo. Ah, what a lovely cat. That's super dangerous. Yeah, it sure is. Hello, Shoo. Kitty. Yep. Honestly, much as I like Shoo, as my background will tell you, you can kind of see it there, prefer Missile. Definitely prefer Missile. He's hiding behind Phoenix Wright's, game logo there. But you can kind of see Missile hanging out there. More of a missile man myself. Tee. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. Ah! You son of a bitch! You and your goddamn weird mustache. Why is it an M? Are you Chris Pratt in the new Mario movie? Is that what that's about? May I help you with something, Mr... Oh, we're lawyers. No, Phoenix, you're a lawyer. The other one's an 8-year-old girl. Actually, I'm Mr. On-Guard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. You know I don't believe that for a second, right? Ghost Trick Missile is superior. Well, obviously, yes. Been a while since I played Ghost Trick. I could be talking to playing that again on stream. It's been a hot minute. Definitely give my voice a rest, though, as I insisted on voicing all the damn characters. Oh, but clearly the superior missile, though, is the one that was stolen from Ghost Trick and put on, like, a dog groomer in New York or whatever that fucking thing was. Don't know why I randomly thought of that, but it's a reference Noki gets. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your input, Shoo. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On-Guard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. He's a butler. He buttles. Waiting for kids and husbands. Snack on something, then. There's too many options. I like a nice bag of cashews. Trying to eat healthier, Ditch the, potato chips and pretzels. Switch to cashews. They're nice. Good crunch to them. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. Family butler of 1 year, huh? And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for lowly... Okay. I would have thought Mr. On-Guard the kind to have a maid over a butler. You know what? Fair. Now that you mention it. That's a very cute cat you've got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shu. Hey, why'd he send me here if you fucking... Never mind. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you for now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young, yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of a house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now if you'll... That was a really fucking ominous thing you said there, John. Now, if you'll excuse me. Thank you once again, Shu. That is a stock meow noise, and the reason I know that is because I believe it is the same meow that plays in WarioWare Smooth Moves, in the level in which you have the discotheque with the kitties. Let's look around. Mainly the motorcycle. It's a great question that Phoenix never brings up. Yeah, like why the hell did he send us over here if you exist? A giant bicycle is flying through the air. That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. I mean, it's clearly held up by wires, Pearls. Oh, that's too bad. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Unguard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shu? The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me away from entering it. That would make sense. I think that's the door Maya saw because, you know, the little, the pet entrance down there. So close and yet so far. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? Well, one isn't traditionally used for cooking, is really all it is. You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before. Come to think of it. You should come and visit Fay Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. I guess Pearl's been staying at Fay Manor. It's a very nice, comfortable, and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Arg, what's with me and feeling inferior today? Why'd you cut to Pearl for that? Why do I feel inferior to the 8-year-old child? Why? No. There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Someone's got to be the comedy relief. There are masks here. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai, so it is. The ones next to it are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. I guess Matt's a fan. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo Old Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. That's entirely Maya's fault, I imagine. Alright, well. That aside, right, you. There. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
What? You want me to look at your worthless piece of...
God damn it. Edgy poo. Is that her perfume? Ferome d'Amour I smell? I figured it would be a pun.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation?
I'm gonna assume it doesn't say that. I can't prove it, but I assume it doesn't say that.
Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly? That's the part you question?
Huh, that man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand?
Alright.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
Yeah, Pearl. I mean, I guess. Looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Not hers, though. They're meant to be ignored. Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. How does she reach you? Does she climb up your suit and smack you in the face? Do you get down on her level and she hits you? Or does she do a flying leap from the staircase and, people's elbow you in the chin? And then when you're laying stunned on the ground, she smacks you upside the mouth. Anyway, let's continue with our investigation. In my head, she sweeps the leg and then gives him the old slap, 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 slap. Grips him by the lapels. Okay.
Ah! What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into On Guard's room today.
Yes. Why?
The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I guess I'll head into Corita's room then. I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
Alright, jeez. If fucking poor Will Powers is still here. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team's searching for clues about the killer. I'm gonna say, if the poor man Will Powers is still here, like, jeez, buddy. Rough day for you. God damn it, what are you doing here?
Hey, Cinnabon.
Lotta, you're still here.
Wrecking cars. Uninvestigated photographer eats her stars on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen.
But, do you have a camera?
Reckon given. Photographer's gotta have a camera on the ears like corn on a real pro, you hear? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have a mind, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? How's it going, Lotta? I wanted to ask you about the night of the murder.
What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lotta, you were loitering in the hallway on the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too.
Why'd you steal Lotta's camera? I didn't steal the damn camera! I'm not a thief! This time. If we ever play a game called Thief, I'm gonna regret those words, but I'm not a thief! Kid number 2 is home? Oh. Huzzah. Is it food time, Ellie? The security lady also wasn't in the hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote?
Yeah. Can I believe what you've written?
I mean the stuff about On Guard shoving his manager lady onto Corita?
Yeah.
Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind.
Whatever came to mind?
Yeah, when you get down to it, yeah, got a lot of random bull dooders.
Language, Lotta. There's a child.
Hey, what's with you? Why staring at me like my grandpa used to?
Disappointed in you? Wild. Sorry, dropped something.
Huh. Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older, too? Or am I just shrinking here?
I'm almost pre-stream.
My baby, my $1,600 baby. What's that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that red cat. You're a redcoat's friend, right? Just put in good words for me and get my camera back.
You want me to do what?
Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do that your own dirty work?
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer, the camera's just tabloid, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you then.
And you too there, little one. You keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
Don't pick about your food now.
Okay.
Now make sure you do all your homework, you hear?
Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just leave already? Outrageous. I feel like there's more bears here than there were yesterday. Or they've been, moved. What? This person moaning? What the hell is this? Ugh, 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 ugh. Mr. Nick! What is that otherworldly ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. Wah! I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon. God damn it, what the fuck are you doing? Were you jerking off in Mr. Corita's room, you sick bitch? What the hell's wrong with you? In-game. Out goddamn rageous. Get the hell out of here, you creepy old bitch.
Excuse me, who are you calling a demon, brat?
Ah, zoinks, it's the alien.
Who are you calling an alien? Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What's wrong with you youngins today? Came down here to pay my respects for poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Yeah, how you doing that exactly? Gumshoe eating? No, he's back at the office, isn't he? He can't afford food. It's true. He's licking the scraps of last night's T-bone steak dinner. Why are you here? Please tell me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face.
With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it.
Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make it sound better than that.
Oh, all right. Now I've seen everything.
But I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing here the whole night.
I was wondering if you'd tell me a bit about Mr. Corita.
He was the most popular star, especially where it counts in my book.
I heard he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. On Guard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that,
Turning into your mother? Well, I mean, you're turning into a mother, if that makes you feel better.
But he's going to become an even bigger star than he used to be.
Well, he's dead, so...
Look at the mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain's pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick! Huh? What is it, Pearls? The presents. They're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing that isn't a bear. Well, I mean, there's clearly a bag of chips, a camera, a watch, a laptop. There are a suspiciously high number of bears, though, I will agree. All Mr. Corita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of Juan without thinking about bears.
Of course. Bears? Why bears?
You don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends.
Wow, what a heartwarming story.
Look, it's just like those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crock.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What a shit clock that tells you, hey, it's almost 8. Oh, dear. Furled standing with the door open and letting the heat out. God damn it, kid. It costs money. Why does Pearl have a man's voice, though? Have you ever watched the show The Venture Brothers? She's a more coherent version of Gumshoe. The show The Venture Brothers has a character named Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, which is a sort of very traditionally, classically attractive woman, skimpy clothing, cleavage on display, black hair, shoulder length. But she talks like she smokes a cigarette literally every second of every day. So, very classically attractive woman showing lots of skin on screen, talking like this and saying things like, "Oh, honey, let the sound of my voice lull you back to sleep." And I decided, I wanted to give Pearl that voice as a joke. Because the joke is I can't do voices for women characters, even less so an 8-year-old girl. So just go fully in the opposite direction and make her a smoker. What is this infernal racket?
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the awards ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Uh-oh.
The transceiver. Hello! Hello!
This is not a phone.
Maya! How is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you?
It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please! All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please.
I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's all right.
All right. Then, a little.
What's with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello?
It seems bad. Connect.
Damn it. The transceiver just suddenly break?
Well, excuse me. What happened?
You're no longer lost. Oh, there you go. I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better.
I don't know an electronics expert. Certainly not you. Can I examine the room any? Oh god, it's all new.
It's a suitcase. There are so many things that are here, I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator.
Alright, we read most of this last time I examined the room. So messy. Yep. It's a watch. I know what a watch is. Yeah, don't patronize me, you bitch. A lot of bears. Yep. All kinds of bears, even a few in the trash can. Yep. That asshole. Ugh. All sorts of things. Tomato juice. Yep. No clues here. All cosmetics. Corridor fought his assailant. Glass shards. Probably from the vase Miss Andrews knocked over. Like a samurai costume was in here.
Yeah.
I can't believe Mr. Corita went so far just to say bad things about Mr. On God.
Well, it was a press conference, so he had to go in costume.
But weren't Mr. On God and Mr. Corita friends?
They weren't friends. They couldn't be friends because they were rivals.
So a rival is someone who is a strong enemy.
Pearls is really fired up over this, and I don't have an answer for her.
So that's a bed. It's big, but it's a bed. It's so soft. Okay. Looks like Corita had dinner that night. Tomato juice. Yep. Well, not much really new. Just talk about the stuff we already knew about. I don't know. Maybe you're an electronics expert, right? Don't have time for delinquents. No, okay. Who would be an electronics expert? Maybe, I don't know, Gumshoe. Why not? Hey, Gumshoe. It could be Gumshoe. By all that's well and good in the world, maybe it's Gumshoe. Welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
That's nice, thanks.
A witch man's luxurious 4-course meal. Out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have time to eat.
Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I suppose I should try asking him. Talk to him already. Cool. What do you think of this? The Twan Siva. Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah. This thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it suddenly broke into static. Gumshoe? Someone at the precinct? Yeah, maybe. It sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? It hasn't for like 20 years, but okay, sure. Huh? Computer. It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. It also hasn't done that in like 20 years because CRT isn't really a thing anymore, but that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room where you were in when that interference to the Twan Siva. Fucking what it was about the room. There's got to be something that was sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like, a listening device or something. I would suggest a radio, honestly. And there's a boombox on the floor, so. Ah! Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Corrida's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright? Ah, wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! Jumps out the window. Oh my god! We're 3 flights up. Oh wow, he's just running. That man can jump. We should go too, Mr. Nick. Well, it's no game, what'd you expect? Although, it would have been nice if they updated such a reference. I mean, I don't know how you would update the reference at this point. A magnet near a screen, I guess? They don't exactly get interference like that anymore, do they? Hotel lobby. The Viola Hall. You know what I appreciate about the future games? They don't make me do this. They just give me every location on the screen at once. Super appreciate that. Wow. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? Phoenix, come on now. The man tried. Hey, calm down, pal. Don't say I didn't get one. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Wow, so this is a bug sweeper. This came out in 2002, so yeah, 20 years. Yep. Back when it was on the Game Boy Advance in Japan. Didn't get localized until about 2007, I think, for the Nintendo DS. But yeah, it was a hot while ago. When it got ported to the Wii, actually, I feel like there was some implements they had for the Wiimote that were pretty cool. Like, you could swing the Wiimote, and when you were pointing like that, Phoenix would go, "Objection!" by just swinging the Wiimote. It was pretty neat. Less so the case when I'm, using an Xbox controller. It's, not as cool as the old Wiimote. It looks a little broken. Also, hey, Lady Bela, what's up? This was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Wow. And seeing this sure brings back memories. Have you considered becoming like an engineer, Gumshoe? Why did... Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set... Excuse me. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off an electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Oh, well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some sort of bug hidden in this womb, pal. So we're going to find it, right? Right. Now, first let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around the womb and give it a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know if there's any strong signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it. Once you find something to give off a lot of radio waves, press the A button to walk onto it. There's a lot of things here that are going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay? Alright, I'm going to go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find a bug. Got it, pal? Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. Should we maybe look into why the lamp is giving off radio waves? There's a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah. And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Yeah. I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Surely this cell phone. A cell phone. No bugs in here. A cell phone? What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Kurain Village. And Pearl's never lived outside the village, so... Well, I just can't say it's impossible to live without one. The actual phone. Well, the phone's the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves. Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick? Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So is there a listening device in there? No. I really thought it would have been in the phone, too. TV, yeah. Another lamp for some reason. The radio, yep. And the robot dog. Bear thing. Aw, what a lovely bear. This must have been one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? A real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick? Yes? How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, Pearl, adorable little girl. Alright, the lamps are all the same, got it. I don't really think any listening devices in the TV of all places. Looks like the TV was left on, and now it's showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones. You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English. Yeah. When I grow up, I want to study Japanese. Boy, funny that. I probably should keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. I mean, why wouldn't she be good at Japanese, Nick? The radio's on and playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? It's flat, you stupid little bitch. Ow! I just told you, it's flat. Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? Yeah, maybe the guy will correct this child and explain that it's flat. There's no listening device in the notebook computer, huh? What's a notebook computer? Do you know what a notebook is? Yes, a small book with paper that you can write on. So? Well, that thing in the notebook is in a way. It's basically a small laptop. Mr. Nick, what's a laptop? Alright, getting nowhere with that. What, the razor? The hairdryer? You have a hairdryer, nothing unusual. A dryer? Oh, if you use it next to a TV, it'll make the screen look all weird, right? Yeah. And when that happens, it's called electromagnetic interference, right? Hey, good memory, Pearls. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. Good on her. Oh, God, the fucking whatever this is. And the fridge. And the coffee machine. This is a refrigerator, right? I really don't think the listening device is somewhere like this. Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? What is this? The water in the hot water pot is run out. I'll get more water for it. Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. Oh, dear. Looks like a hot water pot, but... Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out. Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot which orange juice comes out of? Yeah, it's called an orange. I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry. It's just called a fucking orange at that point. The clock? Certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Touché. Fair enough. What the fuck's an elevated message? Scam. I don't know. What do you mean? It's an elevated message. Not a clue. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't here. Where the hell is this bug? On the bear's dick. No. Ah, that's the fridge again. It's in one of the bears, right? It's gotta be. They wouldn't stuff this damn place with 900 bears if there wasn't a fucking... That's just the goddamn fridge. Ah! This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? Oh yeah, Hamha79, what's up? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet. What are we doing now? Looking for a bug in this room full of bears. A bugbear, if you will. But in this bear's eye... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we got. Ugh, little grim. See, Maya's still dead. She's not dead! No, you can't. Such a violent act. Oomph. No! It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what emitter? A transmitter, pal. It means it was a mitter, but now it's a transmitter, you see. It's Pride Month, you stupid, ignorant boob. Get with the times, Phoenix. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? Yes, it is. I see Maya's still replaced. Quiet, you. So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's the MS. She's not in this game. It's a small, high-grade radio camera mostly used in security systems. We recruited her. Now! So it's a video camera. It runs on batteries, which come with it in a set. Gumshoe, did you ever consider switching professions? Yeah, it seems like he's knowledgeable about, like, cameras and such. Maybe this is how he got promoted. He was big, you know, on, like, the electronics division. The cyber crimes, the cameras, and the transceivers and whatnot. And then someone bungled his promotion and put him in homicide instead of, like, I don't know, cybercrime. But there's no videotape in this camera. The only thing the camera... this is only part of the camera here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else. Somewhere else? Use the seasoning yet. There's no damn seasoning! Inside the case was a costume. It wasn't any sort of condiment. The footage is changed into radio waves and then sent to that recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're white. A spy camera. Set in the victim's room for 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of the murder. Should probably, you know, see what's on it. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends footage to a camera that the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. Looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing called a clock. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time. Yup. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recorded every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And we think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Let's fucking look at it. There's a laptop right there. Witness the moment On Guard killed Kurita. He didn't kill him. An assassin did. And it seems like On Guard may have hired the assassin. He may have hired the assassin. So there was a camera in the bear's eye. And it was disguised as a present. I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Kurita the present? I don't know, pal. But this means someone out there got a video of what happened that night. So I may have broken it. We didn't break the damn urn! Isn't there a way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent to almost anywhere, so there's really no way to find them. Oh, sniffled. Is there really no way to find out? I got it! What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me, even if I have to search all night. I'll find your man, pal. Oh, well, thanks. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go.
How come you never work this hard when it was actually your job?
Yeah! Wow, he just ran in. He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. Edgeworth? It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most ineffective ways, right? Ack! Yep. Gumshoe's dummy. But he's, he means well. You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth! What are you doing here? The rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we'll have to move forward one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. He's a himbo. Where's Von Carmelit's recruiter? She got shot and is in the hospital. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal. You are one lucky man, right? Huh? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. Why do you know this? What? It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here. Why do you know this? What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Oh. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. What? I'll be taking this for just picks the bear up and tucks it under his arm. I'll be taking this for now. Walks out like the Grinch carrying a Christmas tree. Foreign model bear opens from the other side. You know what? I like that joke. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edward. Yeah, he's literally just like the Grinch with the bear walking out. He's hunched over in my mind, too, and everything. You're a mean one, Mr. Edgeworth. See you soon, right? Joke's on him. It's still in the room. Wait! What? Didn't think you'd actually come back. Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? Well, it was the killer. It's really more who hired the killer, I suppose. The real killer? I mean, yes, within the spirit of the law, the killer is whoever hired the assassin. But, you know, within the letter, it was the assassin, wasn't it? Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? Well, no, at this point. To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left to find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper who stole Soul Condition was acquitted for Mr. On Guard. Why would we arrest a man for his honest living? What, being an assassin? Oh no, it does seem a little fucked, doesn't it? Like bears in his spare time. Ah. Naturally. And this card, Shelly to kill him. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. Shelly to kill her, yes. The name of the assassin whose calling card is a shell. But as you said, all I can do now is find the truth. Oh wow, to be continued. Thought there'd be more investigating. Maybe we investigate a little before the trial? Or maybe this trial goes to day 3 and it's a really flippin' long one. I thought this was the last one. 3-2. Yeah, no, that's... The next achievement isn't until 4-2. So I guess whatever happens is there's a day 4. Jesus. A long case. I already saved over it. Oh, no, we're still investigating. Never mind. My bad. Thought it would be the next day. It's 14 minutes later. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. Bedtime for Pearls. Yeah, honestly. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. Part 4 might just be the trial. Yeah, maybe. You're right. Oh, boy. So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was that assassin, Mr. Shelly DeKiller, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one who hired DeKiller to begin with? Who was his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands with blood, or they just, weren't capable of it. But whoever his client is, they're still a killer. I mean, technically, no, but I get what you mean, Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt On Guard himself? Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. No, he didn't kill Juan. He's guilty of conspiracy to kill him, but it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him. Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? Well, he didn't. He hired a man to do it. I didn't see any Cyclops on him at the time. Corrida did it. It's suicide. Strangled himself before stabbing himself in the chest and stealing one of his own buttons. Seen it before. Probably has lots of money as well. The client, Reckon services of Shelly aren't cheap. I would imagine no. He is supposed to be the best, isn't he? Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Indeed. Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at today's trial. She said something interesting. What was this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. Seems a bad sport, that, but, you know. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands into a secret so powerful, it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Oh my god. He called someone a bad name. On Twitter, no less. No, the button knife thing were post-mortem. Adrian, shut the fuck up. The best or one of the best dude's been around for 100 years. No, the name DeKiller's been around for 100 years. They said he's the third in a line of DeKillers. So, roughly every 30 years or so, they swap out. Mr. On Guard's secret. Juan found some of Matt's old tweets. Yeah, exactly. What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it in this way. Mr. Corito is going to reveal this heated gamer moment. That means Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Corita silenced. It was the NWO. Oh my god. Easy E, you son of a bitch. The rap group NWO, I assume. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it. I guess we gotta go meet with Mr. On Guard. Wow. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? His uncle Eric. Ah, of course. Darn you! It's already past 9 p.m. But we still have some things to do to prepare for tomorrow's trial. It's still the matter of a secret Miss Corita held about On Guard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. Those two are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours at the detention center over? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. I'm his lawyer and I have the right to speak with him even if it's not visiting hours? How about that? Oh, God. That'd be someone who knew about Super Brawl Saturday. Oh, my God. Ghost-faced killer. It's right there. DeKiller. Ghost-faced killer. Oh, my God. I know who DeKiller is. Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. He didn't get paid. Well, it's true. Just like now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. That Billy, what's his name? That sounds right. Although, according to Billy, he did pay him, didn't he? There's, like, some contention about that. I mean, I don't believe Billy, what's his name, but, you know. According to him, he did pay him. Semantics at this point, a rather high standard comes with the name Shelly DeKiller, I reckon. Given it's been around for over 100 years. Well, I mean, the way you said it made it sound like the man is 100 years old and still killing people, which would be very impressive, but unlikely. The way it actually is that it's a title passed down, sort of like Dread Pirate Roberts. It wasn't Lex Luger, it'd be Stevie Ray. Oh, yes. Shelly's old. I mean, do we have a profile for him? We do. Oh, well. John Doe. You know, he's that old. To me, that looks, well, late 50s, early 60s. The stitch on his face doesn't really help. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgy Poo, so... Edgeworth. And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Steve Ray wanted revenge. Yeah, well. How'd that work out for him? This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden. Yeah, I did. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know. To catch old poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? I didn't explain what a scandal was to her. Our best friend, Edgeworth. It means, well, you know, the gossip that's been going around my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing with Miss Andrews? Someone must be paying to kill her? Well, one would assume, yeah. Probably a ploy by Edgy to get old bag out of his hair. Maybe. I mean, there also might be a bug somewhere else in the hotel, maybe. Might be not a wasted effort at all. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Burrito. Who has money, 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 money? Gumshoe.
let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. What? Oh. It was the obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself. As if I would want to see it for myself, too.
Shane McMahon. I don't think the McMahon family needs any more heat right now. Ahem. I wonder if the killer has any relation to the assassin from Dual Destinies. God, what was his name? Vince McMahon. Again, don't think they need any more heat.
Wow, the alien actually admits her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking, but I can bet this is nothing good.
Triple H. Obviously, it was Bret the Hitman Hart. It's a bit redundant, but that's exactly how you get him to not suspect Bret the Hitman Hart.
So you want to know about Juan and the manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
You don't know the manager woman Juan had.
Ugh. Still a grim shot, that one.
It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax, Miss Andrews' mentor.
Yes, that's the one.
It was Bruce Hart, the best Hart. Ah, of course. The Dudley Boys at it again. Hiring assassins to kidnap children. Oh, you Dudley Boys. Will your antics never cease?
She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Carita?
Ha, really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? The girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after the marriage announcement.
3 days after the marriage announcement? What in the... Carita killed Impax, then Andrews killed Carita. Arrest her! It wasn't suicide, it was New Jack. Ooh, that's a dark one. Ahem. Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled the marriage.
You don't practice your profession in your free time or during slow weeks. Some pro bono work. Well, naturally.
Is that true? It was in all the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazine, unfortunately.
I see.
The night after Juan called off the wedding, the manager Celeste killed herself in-game.
How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Oof. Well, that was grim. Did I get anything from that, or... No. No, I did not. Well, I suppose I'm off to the lobby, then. 3D through a table. Huh, it appears Mr. Corrito was strangled, and yet somehow he's been put through this table. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questions and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. No, that's good to know. I gotta get to, well, I was gonna go to the detention center, but I guess there's something here, maybe. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with the camera asking around at all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearly really appreciates the gumshoe's doing for us. It'll probably be the best meal he's had in a long time. Yes? Where is the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Nick! Unhealthy Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman! Waiting in the shadows, you son of a bitch. I don't know why I'm adding a D to Heyman. It's Heyman. I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Damn it, Nick. Visiting hours ended just a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight. But we're his goddamn lawyers. Isn't that what we have to ask? Very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Why the fuck not? Yo, guy, I'm his lawyer. Get him out here. I need to talk over the case with him. Visiting hours ended hours ago. So what's he watching over now? Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment. Somehow, I don't think that's it. Well, fuck me. Criminal affairs, I guess? Maybe I can pull a string? Another lawyer to help us. Ah, Corporate Kane. Pull the strings for me. It seems sort of tense. It seems sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyers, right? Meow. Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. Oh, God. You say that every time. A decisive witness? You mean for the On Guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well. I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. I swear to God if it's Larry Butts. Mr. Nick, who between the kidnappers demands and now this. The Blue Badger? No! Never! Never again! I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah! Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over to the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go. What? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk your heart's content out with your client, the thing you should legally be allowed to do regardless of visiting hours. Thank you very much. Katie Vick. This is good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Ah, but we gotta check in on our boy over here. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something. It seems as though my true face has been revealed. I was an elite businessman who made deals with the entire world. I was the young successor of a CEO and a colossal corporate conglomeration. But my real self is that of a regular, everyday policeman. Stop doing image trading and get yourself out there in the field. Talk to him every single goddamn opportunity I could for that payoff. That was great. This must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? The real killer had quarried his murder is an assassin? This must be someone's idea of a joke. I can't believe this garbage. Have a little more faith in your own subordinates. Chris Benoit. The Shockmaster. Sid. Oh, from Final Fantasy. I love that guy. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in the detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I mean, we gotta talk with Matt first, right? Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. Shiki did it to Edgeworth. Shiki. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt On Guard. Matt On Guard does sound like it would be a wrestler name. Here comes On Guard into the ring! Frenchman. Sorry, just picturing the run-up for that. I picture a large curly mustache. What's wrong? Mr. On Guard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer, dude. About this press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan held in his hands a secret soap half. I read this already. The tribal chiefs. Or the tribal cheeks, in Rishiki's case. That reminds you of 90s Shawn Michaels. I can see that. I can see that. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Uh-oh. Jesus Christ! 5 locks! I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclops. So locked out, indeed. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Well, let's talk. talk to Juan, or about Juan, and maybe we can check in with Andrews, and she can shed some light, and then we can try and crack these damn locks.
Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell ya? I don't care what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita.
It's a lot of locks, it's true. Juan Cena? Good old Juan Cena. Yo, he's got a degree in thugonomics or whatever the fuck it was.
Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. And Miss Andrews is going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him.
Celeste?
Does that jog any memories?
Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, I don't have any money. Take the food, man. We can chat over this with some pepperoni. A slice, man. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it kind of like pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay?
Oh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop.
That's too bad. I was really hungry.
Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Seems like a misdirect. Juan Cena is John Cena's cousin. Ah, of course.
Mr. On Guard. He had a degree in Banditonomics. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way?
What if I present to you, this thing right here?
I'm scared to show him the card.
What's wrong, dude?
Oh, so about this picture card. Have you ever seen this before?
Nope, never saw it before in my life, dude.
I don't think he's lying. Or is he? Then again, he looked like he gasped just now. Maybe I'm seeing things.
On his photo, the knife. What do you know about the, these bad boys, huh?
About this.
Mr. Nick, you... Oh, right, I'm not supposed to... Huh? Miss Andrews says she doesn't want anyone to know about that, remember? What's that?
Oh, it's nothing.
Right, sorry, my bad. What about the other one?
Mr. On Guard.
Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. I mean, it would help me do my job. Unbelievable. They don't look the same, they're two different people.
Well,
that's their business.
What do you mean by that?
It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. Now, it's getting pretty sussy up in here. All right, well, let's see if we can talk with Miss Andrews.
Now then, whose story do I want to hear?
Talk with her and see if we can bust these locks. Suicide. Vince McMahon once got blown up in his limo. It could be him. Yeah, he also fought God and won, lost. I don't remember how that went. I know he fought God, and that's it.
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had on guard.
In a dance battle? Ah, well. That's just the plot of Persona 4 Dancing All Night, so I guess we can't really blame him. Thinks man has win over God. Yeah, so do the kids in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I understand how the rules work.
I'd just like to ask you about Matt on Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
So when they say intimate, they mean fucking, right? But it's like a teen-rated game, so they can't say it. Because intimate could just mean close, I guess. But, like, they're really dancing around the issue that they were fucking. And that's what they're implying, right? That's not just me interpreting it. Vince McMahon for Persona 6. Shout out Vince McMahon. That's just normal Vince McMahon. He actually is one of the demons. He just abuses women the whole time.
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
Well,
how about Miss Impacts? I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
Yeah, it's not just you imagining it. Hello, fellow kids. I'm Vince McMahon. Feed me money and let me abuse your women. It's not a good Vince McMahon, but, you know. For Vince McMahon, be more like, I'm Vince McMahon. Give me your money and let me touch your women. There you go. That's Vince McMahon. Flawless impersonation. The arm movements as well.
I'm sorry.
Yu Nakarumi reminds you of young Triple H.
In what way? Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him.
Thinks of Man vs. Dojima. That's a Yakuza thing at that point. Or at least that's what I think when I hear Dojima. There is a Dojima in Persona, but when I hear Dojima, I think Yakuza. And I can't remember who the Dojima in Persona is.
I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? Adachi. Oh, him I know. The two edgelords.
But why? I didn't want it spread like just another piece of gossip, but I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you frame Matt on guard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Well, no, he hired a killer, but, you know. Go on. Isn't the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
Well, you didn't, though. You staged a crime scene. But there had to be another way.
Yeah, like a phone. The police are excellent. The police are excellent at doing their job.
That didn't age well.
So they'd figured it out right. They'd figured it out, right? Yes, they're so good they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now? God damn it. Is it just one? Okay. I can work with that. Or at least attempt to. Revenge! What would Vince McMahon's persona be? He is a persona. He's a personification of greed and horribleness. What do you mean? It would just be himself, or like a mirror. The man's obsessed with himself. I believe he's his own worst self. That or it'd be a football to remind him of the good old days.
You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge.
Alrighty. What do you think about this? DX versus the Phantom Thieves. Talk about a new world order, am I right?
It was near Juan's dead body. It was near Juan's dead body. I noticed it when I went to fill the glass. Then I realized that Juan was dead. I completely panicked. That's when I must have unconsciously picked up the card and put it into my purse.
That seems real convenient.
As for why, I simply don't know.
What do you think about this? Anything to say?
Stop it!
I just want to know. I don't want to remember the hopelessness and despair I felt back then. Alright, sorry. My bad. What about this one?
I don't care what the reason was. It's unforgivable that he hid Celeste's suicide note.
But you don't have any proof that she left a note behind, right?
Celeste, she always believed there was a right way and a wrong way to do anything. She would have left a note. I wholly believe that.
Alright, so what's this one psych lock you have, you bitch? Shawn Michaels versus Chie. Do it, Sega. Cowards! It's the fight we need.
Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason for the dislike of Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people, there is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Well, I mean, it would be Celeste, surely, right? That's... Sexy boy versus the busty dragon. Hell yeah.
Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that's Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me the relation between Celeste and Matt?
Not without evidence, I can't. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Nope, sure can't. Showstopper versus the meat-loving carnivore. Indeed.
Darn it, I was hoping I could just show her the one thing. Oh. I was just going here to, like, reset and try Matt's locks, but hey, if there's something going on here. Gumshoe? Oh, Mr. White, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. God damn it, what are you doing here? Mr. Powers?
What happened? Why are you here? Well, you see, I got roped into this somehow.
Oh, are you the witness?
What? And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial.
So this decisive witness is Mr. Powers. Why are you still in your tux?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Wow, profiling in the year 2022? Shame on you, police force. Not surprised, but shame. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy with an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
Oh, dear. So about this testimony. Oh, yeah. Hello, wife. Welcome home. Don't look in the trash can. I cut my hand real bad in the kitchen, and there's like a literal bag of blood in that trash can, so don't look in the kitchen trash can. Ahem. So about this testimony. Lovely. Yeah, no, it was profuse. No! I didn't Huh. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
This sounds like witness tampering, guys. I gotta be honest with you. You saw something important. What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick. Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in the whole world.
Wow, even the 8-year-old gets it.
But it's all right.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? To be fair, she hasn't met Larry, so.
This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
What is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. But he would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game.
Wow, so he's a scumbag.
What? How horrible. That's unforgivable. Ha! Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Well, yeah, she's clearly into women. Or at least, you know, not you. Well, I say women. Clearly into women in, you know, positions of authority and power. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
Aren't you a celebrity? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
Nah, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see.
Yo, they put me in this game? Crazy. I'm flattered.
But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day. About the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on. Mr. Pow is so charged up, his skin's practically glowing with electricity. I feel like you could have just told me there, Will. So have you heard about this? Celeste left a suicide note. Yeah, I've heard. And they say Juan hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on the note. Wow, fucking great insight there, champ. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for something bad for Mr. Corrida. Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Miss Corrida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide a suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
Bring back any memories, Will?
Steel Samurai theme. Your phone! Hey, that's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? We're in trouble, pal! I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, pull yourself together. Ah! Ugh! Smacks the hell out of him. Climbs up on the desk. Maybe it'll be good news. Shut the fuck up, Will. Somehow I doubt that. Let's see if we can, Yeah, I got a new one. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something. I'm sorry, everyone. I lied to you all. I'm not a detective. I'm really global hero Onyankopon. Onyankopon. What? I think he's lost his grip on what's real and what isn't. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, that guy needs to get out of the house more, if you ask me. Out of the office a little bit. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera. Eh? This quickly? And this bear's what gave him away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured out we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Sure you did. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth who... Shh, Pearls. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Mad on God. That's unfortunate. Huh? Mad on God. You're quiet. That's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? The person who bought the bear it wasn't like Bat Blondguard? I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's a $3,800. Jesus. That's the exact match to the price of the stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold that bear to Mad on God. I mean, the clerk's even got his autograph on it. God damn it. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On God himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. God damn it, On Guard. So, what about this spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess we can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Okay. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was mad on guard. Why? Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean. Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. Mad on Guard, what in the world have you done? Guess it's time to visit Mad on Guard. Maybe I don't pop Miss Adrian Andrews' locks first. Yeah, we don't even have a choice. Here we are. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? Ooh, On Guard. You son of a bitch, what have you done? But if you really want to know, let's talk. What do you have to say about this bear, huh? Could you please take a look at this? He just said he'd rather not. 12 hours sleep or some bullshit. Camera? No. I mean, unlikely. Alright, how about this? Come on, man. God damn you. Alright. Let's work on these locks, you sussy baka. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Carita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I keep saying this until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you pay close attention to Mr. Carita, especially on that night. I would assume the camera, but I guess it could be the bear or the transmitter, really. The bear, maybe? It also could be the credit card receipt. Honestly, there's a lot it could be here. The bear? Or the camera? The knife. God damn you. I mean... This specifically mentions it was running at the time of the murder in the victim's room. The camera? Yeah, okay, that covered it. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Carita's room, right, the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. So the transmitter might have also worked. Wow, but dude, where was the camera you were talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in the bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan! Humph. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't... Wow. Just casually throw that one, huh? I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else would it be from? The person who gave this bear was... You! Mr. On Guard. Don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? Sarcasm like that doesn't really befit Phoenix. What else did the bear tell you? He said that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're really not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof it was you, put the camera inside the bear! The receipt? Oh. There you go. Yeah, okay. Pull his leg harder. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought the stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from that is I spent $3,800. Yeah, we also have a clerk who has your autograph and says it was you, so... I go to that department store all the time, okay? It's $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. Jesus Christ. That toothbrush better give you a sweet blowjob at the end of it, alright? $3,800 for a toothbrush? $3,800 toothbrush? Oh, well. You know what? Boy, the price makes sense now, but you're an asshole is what you are. It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? No! It's a crime! Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him your autograph, didn't you? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like a stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this now, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked you why you set the camera up. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corderita's room and filmed in secret is... The crime photo? Wish I could save. I think it's the crime photo here, right? He wanted to film the murder. Apparently not. Just gonna look at a fucking guide here, see if I'm, barking up the wrong tree or not. Spy camera, stuffed bear, mat on guard, credit card. Oh, for God's sakes! For God's sakes! The reason you hid the camera is... It's not the crime scene photo that clearly shows a murdered man being murdered and would therefore be the reason to record it, but it's this fucking card, I guess. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man is named Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? Shelly the Killer. This is it. I'm finally starting to get the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes. Mr. Matt Ungard! I know you know why Mr. Killer is because you're a hero of justice. God damn it. Oh, if I could save the game. Really want to pick you're a hero of justice. You're his client. I know it wouldn't game over me, but still. Don't want to do all those damn locks again. Since you're the one who set up the camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How did you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Ungard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time you met him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Oh. Oh my God. What did Shu do to you? How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Where did I get this brandy from? Don't worry about it. I just keep it beneath the desk here. Man-eating Shu. Why is our client a weirdo? It's Yami Matt. Oh no. Why is our client a weirdo? Have you played any of these games? I knew he was sus. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really are Shelly DeKiller's client. You don't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, do you? Seriously, where'd that brandy come from? Can I have some? Where? They let you have that in here? Hey, guard! You seeing this? What the fuck, dude? You're seeing this, right? Where'd you get the brandy from? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying. What a terrible. It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Why would you blackmail the assassin? They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deeds over their head. Do they? I don't think that'd be good for business. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why. Yes, that's where the video comes in. I got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Hey, again, guard, you seeing any of this? No response, huh? No? Alright. Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. Wow, this guy's a dick. Shocker! You know, I'm gonna come out and say it. Hard stance on this guy. Kind of an asshole. Blackmail assassin sounds like a good way to become their next target. Yeah! Also, wouldn't it behoove the assassin to not, like, be annoyed at you or blackmail you in any way? Like, again, it's better for business if you leave your clients 100% satisfactory guaranteed, right? I mean, I wouldn't know, but I would assume. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida? Good save token. They don't know. Ahem. Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. On Guard's secret would have. Haha, well, that's what they call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. It's not like you're going to be posting on review sites like, don't hire the assassin, he blackmails me for money. No, but I assume assassins, like, work may, you know, travel through word of mouth from client to potential client. Like, I say, Simmons, it seems you have a problem that needs dealt with. I think I know a man. You should call him. That sort of thing. You don't want them being like, oh yeah, I know a man, but he's a real dick. Don't call him. Fuck this business card. I got this other guy. He doesn't blackmail you when he kills a guy. Use that guy, trust me. First guy? No. Still paying that one off. But I mean, to an extent, I take your point, Noki. I'm not an assassin. That's what an assassin would say, 7-9. That's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Knowing or not, a scandal beats killing a man. Well, not if you don't get caught, I suppose. And as I said, the scandal could have been easily brushed off as defamation. Yeah, it really could have easily been. Adrian, he did say, though, he didn't really care until the opportunity presented itself. I should punch him. There's glass in my way. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me. Matt on guard. Ah, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corrida.
Well, I mean, he didn't. The assassin did.
And you answered very clearly you hadn't killed anyone.
I mean, 'twas not by his hand that he died, but certainly his intent. Hey now, I never told you any lies. Person who did the killing was that tequila guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. Well, no, you hired an assassin. That is a crime, but...
You killed Mr. Corrida.
No, he didn't. Well, technically he didn't. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. But too bad you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can't, can you? That's the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. You wouldn't want to test Dickula. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose.
You scoundrel!
So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Brushed off his information in multiple ways. He did say, though, to reiterate, he just felt like killing Juan at that point. Too much trouble? He doesn't care. Man of his word, but don't trust him. Yeah, no. It's like, that tequila's a man of his word, but I don't trust him, so I blackmailed him. I'm not terribly smart or consistent, it turns out.
I'll get you for this.
That's such a cliched phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Son of a bitch.
Ahem. This guy never said you couldn't beat him, just not get guilty. I mean, that's fair.
Mr. Wright, why are you savagely beating your client?
Because he's not guilty.
Maya, what am I supposed to do now?
And now you finally found it.
Edgeworth?
Ah, crap, you saw that whole thing? I'm sunk. I'm not winning this, and not at all. Like killing a dude, yeah. He said, he didn't have any interest in killing Juan, but the opportunity presented itself, and he thought, sure, why not? So, logic be damned, he just wanted to kill him. Help us, BFF. Ah, boyfriend forever, of course. The starting line of this case. Oh god, it's only just beginning.
Edgeworth?
I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct.
Whoa! You can do that? I have to go through menus and shit. How'd you do that? Crazy.
Well, Wright, what are you going to do if you plan on changing your strategy? No! We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage.
What should I do?
That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I truly didn't understand what a prosecutor was. Then I found this excellent book called a dictionary. It really helped me out. That is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office and go to the library to find the dictionary. It's crazy there wasn't one in the prosecutor's office. I felt outraged, really, that I couldn't find the damn thing. I felt I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. Hence the library. And now, Mr. Wright, it's your turn.
My turn?
What is this thing called a lawyer? I know because L comes before P, and I read the whole damn thing. I don't skip pages in books, right? I spent a year reading the dictionary. That's where I've been. The library. No one ever bothered to check. It's quite chilling, actually. Ahem. What can you do as one? You must find the answer. You must find it on your own. Okay, but tell me about it. I'm a lawyer. You sure are, Phoenix. but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Mad on guard. That man is really... He's Arg! Arg, you son of a bitch! You never told us! How dare you! It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is that where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through some shouting and trickery? Let's defend him. I mean, we are. Ironic that you of all people should say such things. Isn't that exactly how you fought your clients up until now? Yeah. Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. Damn it, game, stop invoking my name in vain. But if I were to get on guard that acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. But why? Why? People like you and Francesca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. And not in a sexy way. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. And you're in the wrong profession, my dude. But it can be sexy. Well, it always can be, but they never let it be. It's just violent. Francesca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. Well, it's not perfect, so... That's all. And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. The way you lost all those times. What was it, 0-4? Well, 0-3. You weren't really the... You weren't the prosecutor when you were the victim, but, you know, 0-3. I see. Now I understand why you despised me so. However, you're mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record. Yes, the one time I've actually brought up DL6. Thank you. I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that's why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are we here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Actually, there's an achievement for getting the alternate ending, so, get fucked. Oh, sorry, I gotta take this. The transceiver! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer as himself. I mean... No. Like, kinda, but no, technically. I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no... Ensure, not ensure. Ensure. I guess that works too. That no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is the Killer. He called us an expert. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Woo! We're experts. Hear that, Edgeworth? Fuck you. He thinks we're experts. Daddy Assassin thinks I'm an expert. Hiring an assassin, especially one who succeeded, is a very serious crime. Yes, but it's not the same crime as murder, legally speaking. Like, technically, it is a different crime. It is conspiracy to commit murder. Shelley, the Killer. You're Shelley... Edgeworth, keep up. Come on, that was pretty obvious. Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya! It would be my duty as assassin to see to it she receives a nice, long nap. What? No! Now then, if you'll excuse me. If someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Oh my god, he's got Noki with him too! The sick fiend! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what to say. I like naps. Yo, same. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of the transmission. There's Noki screaming for help. Or just protesting in general. Demanding food or switches or something. Oh, that. Sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be! Right, why are you dancing? Oh, sorry. What is it? I think I know where Shelley the Killer's holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. All right, you hurry over there as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah. But first, what's this guy doing? Ah, it's not new. This guy? Ah, damn it. Fine. It's near the lobby. Throws old bag down the stairs. Get out of our way! There's no time! Clearly it must have been Shu. He's the only cat in the world. Well, yeah. Duh. Have you seen another one, Nathan? I didn't think so. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time. You've known him for like an hour, Phoenix. He was the killer. He and On Guard working together all this time. Boy, we would have really been sunk if Matt hadn't been like, hey, could you feed my cat? Just, you know, as a favor. Favor to me. Let's take his bike, too. Yeah, really fucking stick it to him. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Whoop-ha! Oh, sorry. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger one, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for the cat to use. Oh, you mean Shu. The bear in front of it? Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Okay. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would someone like something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed there. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Yeah! The two of them charging together. Oh my god, another door! There's no one here, arg. From the looks of this room, I would say it's On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antennae for... Antennae? That would be plural. Antennae for sending out receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have a moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Tapeless run. To the wine cellar! We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. Sees to ricochet off the door like a wimp that he is. What do you mean? He broke down the door in Curate Village. He actually does have history breaking down doors. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Wow, they work fast. I suppose then the police's whole thing is quick response time, eh? Maya! But what's this? This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean... Yes, Miss Corita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. On Guard's mansion? And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. I think that's what we need to crack, what's her name's lock? Andrews. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us... Why would she leave her name as a... What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. Better get on guard. A guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time. Or space. It's a small picture frame. Pearly, you're there too, right? God, apparently this is a very big picture frame. Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's got to watch out for that helpless lunk. What do you mean, lunk? That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. There's a lot of room on the back of that. She's dead! Oh no! Well, in that case, we have nothing to lose. Matt's guilty. Hey. No! Mystic Maya! Sob. Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Yep. Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what the secret she was holding. Then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. Good God, this case. Every part's 3 hours. Holy crap. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I've come to remove your psych lock. What the hell are you talking about? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. My what? Yeah, like what? This is a long case. I mean, it's the finale, to be fair. Fine. Go ahead. Try and break me if you can. Alright, sure. Wrong thing! Sorry! That's my badge! Whoops! Finger slipped. Next to my badge. Not as long as the final case of the third game, if I recall correctly. I don't think it's as long as the final case of the first game either, Rise from the Ashes. That, like, doubled the game's length, but they added that, like I said, for, the DS release to show off what it was capable of. They didn't add anything for this game. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I already told you countless times, because... Oh, I did this one already. Someone in her past that would make her fight for revenge. It is Impax. It's not the goddamn Blue Badger! Oh, that horrible thing. Right, we read all this before when I tried her luck. Relation... it would be this photo that appears to say, with love on it. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Unguard's mansion. Please ignore my former legal assistance notes on the back of the frame. Yeah, don't read that bit. That's irrelevant.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corita didn't want to get married to anymore, right?
Yes. Because of Matt.
Because of Mr. On Guard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
I'm gonna assume Juan found out she was lovers with Matt at one point and decided he wanted nothing to do with her. Bit harsh there, Juan. Gotta be honest with you.
Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time.
I guess? Did she know about the scars that Shu gave him, or?
I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
Wow, that is a photo of that moment, huh? Alright.
So that's why.
No sloppy seconds for Juan Corita. Oh, come on. Love can push past any sort of pig-headed nonsense that you're saying.
With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they? Couple of assholes.
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used.
Ugh.
Toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible. That's Matt for you.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that.
Surely if he's like that with a bunch of women, though, like, it's hardly, you know, someone coming forward with news like that would be the scandal of the century. Surely that's happened prior to this.
Which is why Celeste and her kindness moved to Worldwide Studios. That's where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste...
Fucking yikes!
And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
You know, dick move Matt, I gotta say dick move Juan as well. If you really loved the woman, who fucking cares? It was ages ago, and it was a super toxic relationship. Get the fuck over yourself.
I see. So that's what happened.
But, then why did Mr. Corita have to call the wedding off? Neither of these actors are good people. No, they really aren't. No, I don't think yeah, apparently not. Juan's attitude is, no, don't think I will, dear boy. Smokes on his, I don't know, curly straw or whatever he has in his mouth. I don't understand it all. I don't either, Pearls. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Preach! Yo, any worthless males in chat? There's one right here, let me tell you, but, you know, shout out if you're a worthless male in chat.
Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan.
Thanks for a shout out. Yeah, there we go, 7-9.
He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impacts.
That wasn't the end of it.
God, they really like showing this angle.
That day, I'm almost certain Celeste left behind a suicide note. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die.
See, that's how you do it, Edgeworth.
Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
This Impact's feet. Alright, you freak. Calm down. What are you, Noki? We don't need any of that here. But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image.
So he should have released it immediately.
In any case. With his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. So why didn't he? At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Then he should have done it before this Grand Prix, so he would have guaranteed a win. Not after. Like, what the... What? Nice use of ducka, I guess. Or ducking, excuse me. And that was at the press conference, after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. Close with Juan to begin with. And they're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. Yep! Gotta agree with you on that. I suppose, you know, Matt won in the end, but you're kind of a shitbag there, Juan. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. Why? It would ruin Matt. I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. Okay, but why, though? It would ruin Matt, so obviously you would want that public, not burned. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Revenge! Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with the knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. I mean, I kind of agree with her. Like, maybe that's not, you know, the part I should be saying out loud, but I kind of agree with her. He was already dead. It's true. He was already dead, so. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? God, fuck. You sure are, Phoenix. I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. Guys, I am a lawyer. Who doesn't have the morbid curiosity to stab a corpse with the dinner knife? Well, I mean, we're all guilty of that, I suppose. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I now know. To be continued! Jesus Christ. No one? Pfft, please, Arg. You're a streamer and a paper reviewer? I review paper? What? When have I done that? Holy goddamn. I stream? Yeah, maybe one day I'll do a face reveal for you, 7-9. But only if you ask real nicely. Anyway, that is going to be it for me today. Oh boy, this trial, it has been 3 parts so far. Each one has been roughly 3 hours. I thought your job was reviewing old documents. No, archiving old documents, please. I don't review them, I archive them. But yeah, on Thursday, we will wrap this up. Final trial day, end of the trial. We will see what happens, what plays out. And then we will spin the wheel at the end of that stream. So for Friday, hopefully it's not too long of a game. I'm hoping it's, you know, a nice middling length game because the Resident Evil 8 DLC, which I will be playing as soon as I can, I think comes out the 28th? Do I really have to add release date to this fucking thing? DLC, release date. She might be in it. I'm not sure what is in it, 7-9. It is entirely possible. It just says October 28th. Okay, there we go. Launches October 28th. So yeah, October 28th is when the DLC is happening. That is a Friday. I will be playing it on that day. I would like to not be, you know, paused in the middle of a game when I play it, but, you know, we'll see what we see. But, yeah. Finish this up Thursday. Start something new on Friday. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. Gonna stream Persona 5 Row when it comes to Xbox. I'm gonna stream me uninstalling Persona 5 Row when it comes to Xbox. So, yeah, everyone look forward to that. Finishing this up on Thursday. Love you all. Be good people. I will see you then. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye, Toodle Pip. Be careful in kitchens around knives.